The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Make sure you get over there to Underdog and use their brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 to get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no the voice, no guys. Me, really, Terrell, Furman Jr. here at your service. Okay, so this is what you could say about WNBA. It's not like the NBA or honestly the NFL. And you could get some real parity going on in this sport because the Indiana Fever moving on was not on my bucket list here. I also did talk about, and we did hit on the Phoenix Mercury moving on. I even hit on it in 3 series. Paying for the Natasha Cloud 100-1 lead the series in points, but you know what? It's all good. Mercury move on. Our Liberty are knocked out of the playoffs in the first round, and nobody's talking about Sandy Brondello's job, so that's great. All right. Other than that, we have 2 playoff games to get to and a lot to talk about. Scott Studio, Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, besides the actual games, we had a couple of awards that were announced. Hillman did end up winning the 6th.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, so Hillman ended up outlasting Heidemann on the ballots, and she ended up winning 6th Person of the Year. Good for her. Could have gone either way. That would be a nice job by Hillman getting the job done there. And according to reports this morning, it seems like Asia Wilson's going to win MVP. So we have not seen the official ballots yet, but according to multiple sources, it does seem like Asia will become the first 4-time MVP winner in the W.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the news there outside of the playoffs. Including the playoffs, Mercury got the job done. Stewie was the only person to score in the 4th quarter for the Liberty on one knee.
Did you see her disgust when she found out?
I'd be disgusted too. I made a joke on Twitter, half joking, she should have started swinging in the locker room. I mean, that can't happen. You're on one knee and you drop 30 in an elimination game. Sabrina had a very nice second quarter. She was really bad early. Jonquel was horrific. I mean, Cloud didn't have the best game, but she was very good the first game or two. So I'm going to give Cloud a pass on that. But Jonquel was a mess for the entire game. Phoebich got injured early on. She came back. She wasn't the same. But Stewie gave them a masterclass, and they wasted it. So that kind of sucks. But nice job with the Mercury. Cash my dog parlay. I had the Mercury money line with the under in the game, and that got there. That was like plus 183, I think. I forgot the exact price, but it was in the 180. So can't complain. But
you hit your lock. I mean, you hit your dog. I hit my lock. Solid episode.
Balanced out, but watching the Liberty hang around, the Mercury could have put the game away about 3-4 different times. Then you see Bonner hit some runner that hits the front rim and bounces in. Copper hits that two-handed layup chuck shot there to kind of hit the dagger. It felt like Phoenix let the Liberty hang around, but they made the difficult shots when they needed to. And the Liberty missed, I forgot how many threes at the end. What was it, 17 of their last 18 or something?
That was essentially my handicap. I was like, the Liberty probably find themselves in this game for 3 quarters, but when they get to the 4th quarter, the Phoenix shot making is just better than the Liberty's right now. I forgot
the exact number, but I'm pretty sure they missed 17 of their last 18 threes or something. It was a mess.
Yeah,
but
the shot making was horrible.
Either way, nice job by the Mercury. Felt like they were going to win the game handily multiple times, and they did not. But they went on the run late, Whitcomb hit that dagger 3 in the corner, and that was kind of the game. But nice job of the Mercury. Nice job by Stewie. And, we'll see what happens moving forward. But props to Stewie for having a masterclass game.
All right. Let's get to the 2 games and series that we have to talk about here. We'll break down the series. We'll break down the games in just a second. But I got to remind everybody that you got to check out the SGPN app. It's free. It's easy. You can get it wherever you get your apps in the App Store. And you have easy access to all the free picks in the NFL, college football, college basketball, WNBA, NBA, the MLB. The list goes on. And then you can also get all of our podcasts as well over there in the SGPN app, wherever you get your apps in the App Store. All right. First series that we have to talk about here, Scott, the Indiana Fever going up against the Las Vegas Aces. This series is scheduled for 5 rounds. We will be kicking things off in Las Vegas today at 3 p.m. Eastern. Shout out to the East time zone folks. Here we are. Let me see. Let's pull up the series market for these 2 games. All right. So Las Vegas Aces. Wow. There's not even, wait, is there not? Oh, okay. I'll have to look for the Scott. While we're doing this, I don't see series lines for the next game. Do you? Just throw that out there. See if you see something while we're breaking this one down. Las Vegas Aces are laying 1,100 on the money line to win this series. Indiana Fever plus 650. You look at the series spread, they have Aces minus 1.5 at minus 320. Jesus Christ. Indiana plus 1.5 games is plus 240. All right.
For the record, by the way, Aces in a sweep is even money.
Interesting.
So they're giving the Fever no chance. Now, we can start with the series because we should break it down kind of. Not going to spend too much time on it because I know
I don't think the Aces are losing.
we're both picking the Aces, but we're not going to give this zombie Fever team much of a chance. But I do want to point out, though, first of all, props to them for beating Atlanta. Massive choke job by Atlanta. I know you mentioned Atlanta might have given the Aces a series, and they immediately said the lights were too bright. And
they immediately said the lights were way too bright for that.
It was a mess, and that last inbound play was a mess too. But they didn't score for the last 2+ minutes in the final game of the series at home.
I know.
And that was kind of how they wasted it. But, look, props to Indiana, whose entire team basically died, and they're somehow still playing in the second round. Now, the Aces, I think we'd agree, looked worse than we expected in the first round. We know Seattle can match up decently against them, and I get that. But once again, they had won. They won what, 15, 16 in a row entering the series. Yeah. They buried them in game 1. They're up double digits in the second half. They're up 9 with 4 to go. And suddenly, you're down 1 in an elimination game in the final 20 seconds, and then nobody boxes out Jackie Young. Mm-hmm. You were that close to pulling off a pretty serious collapse in a series against a team that has been underachieving all season long. Good for Seattle, gave it a run for their money, but the Aces aren't as dominant maybe as we thought, but they're still clearly better than this Fever team, and Asia had 38 in a game 3. So I think it's going to be tough to beat the greatest player in WNBA history, and I don't think the Fever have many counters to that. I mean, there's only one way they can win, right? You need Mitchell and Boston to go crazy. Isn't that the only way you could win? What other option do you have?
Yeah, you need Mitchell, Boston to go crazy. You need to get some type of consistency coming off of the bench, because now Jewel Lloyd coming off of the bench is an extra added wrinkle. So you need to get some type of consistency on that bench, whether it's Ariel Powers going out there and having a good game. But you got to try to find something in your bench unit. Maybe Chloe Bibby wakes up. Like, you got to try to find something out of that bench unit to wake up here. It's the same thing as this. I hate to say it's the same thing as the Atlanta Dreams series, but like, I just don't think ultimately they have enough. And now we're going to 5. It's not like this is just 3. This is 5 now. Yeah. You've got to win 3 games against this Aces team, a team that has lost 1 game in 1 game since that 50-point blowout from the Minnesota Lynx. Like them losing 3 just seems it doesn't seem I can't even speak. It doesn't seem viable here. It really doesn't. So,
do you think they get a game?
I think they can.
It's even money for a sweep, so I have to ask if you think Indiana even wins 1 game.
I think they can get a game. I think because the home court is a lot, and they get 2 back-to-back home court games, and they're going to show up for the Aces. Like, I just think that the Indiana home court is a cheat code right now, and even with Miss Next in Charge on the bench, they still show up and they still show out, and it helps because that helps with their pace. It helps the others get and have some good shot making. Odyssey had a good game. Like, yeah, I'm on I like Indiana to win at least 1 at home. I don't think they will win 1 in Vegas.
I don't either. For the record, though, Aces in 4s plus 275.
Okay.
Then again, there's really only one outcome to get to 4 because we're picking the
because you have to win because you have to win game 3.
Yeah,
you got to win game 3 at home. So, because I really don't think they're going to win in Vegas. I don't. I think Vegas is going to handle home court.
By the way, if you want to go for the exact order,
that's what I was looking for.
4-1 is kind of or 3-1's a pretty bad deal at 275 if you're picking one script to get there. Because if the Aces win both games at home, you need Indiana to win game 3, and then the Aces to win game 4, plus 650 for the exact order of games. So,
for that one order? For those 3 games? Those 4 games? Those 4 games?
For that one order, it's plus 650 on FanDuel.
Oh, interesting.
So,
do you see series long player props up there?
I do not.
They're scared. They saw what I didn't even hit the bet. What do you mean?
No.
I didn't even hit the bet. Why are you scared? I actually
don't know how close you were in the end because Cloud didn't have the best game 3, but
it went to AT.
Okay. All right.
I was I was really hoping on a big game 3, man. I was thinking about that bet for way too long. That's why
I was rooting for you, and then Cloud picked up 2 fouls in about a minute and a half, and she had 3 at the half. And I'm like, all right, it's just over at this point.
And then, but believe it or not, she didn't finish in foul trouble. So it's like,
no, you gave it a good run, though.
By the way, this is why I also hate Sandy Brandello. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to get to the actual breakdown. This is why I also hate Sandy Brandello, because she doesn't realize that Natasha Cloud is near perfect on challenges. I say near perfect because maybe there's a situation that I have not seen. But whenever I watched Natasha Cloud in Phoenix and whenever I watched her in Washington, whenever she called for a challenge and the coach just went, all right, yeah, I'll give it to you, she hit. Every single time. She was like, I did not foul. I didn't touch the ball. Whatever it was, she always hit the challenge. This season, Sandy Brandello has never challenged one of Natasha Cloud's calls. Never. It's ridiculous. Somebody who is like, just the pure numbers of her hitting against the refs, whenever she raised that finger, I'm going to be like, oh, Natasha Cloud? Sure, we'll do that.
She's earned enough trust for challenges over the course of her
so if they would, and if they challenged that first foul, it would have been rescinded and she would have had one less. They could have kept playing her. But it was just like, that's one of the reasons I hate Sandy, because I just noticed that watching Natasha Cloud through her career. Oddly enough, she's really, really good when she calls for her own challenge. And the coach goes for it, she's really, really good. It feels like it hits at almost 100%. Like I felt like every time I was watching her and I said, oh, Natasha Cloud calls for a challenge. Oh, and Sandy Brandello doesn't do it. She probably doesn't.
The only thing I'll say about Sandy is that she called the timeout down 3 in the final minute to set up a play, and the Liberty immediately turned it over on the inbound pass. So that's all I have to say. No further comment. You could argue it was open backdoor. AT tapped the ball off the backboard and it was a steal, but it happened.
Stewie talk about so what the fuck?
Yeah, but look, it was a bold question by the reporter.
It was a super bold question.
It was a really bold question for the timing, but to be honest, I don't know what article she was reading.
I wouldn't have asked.
A lot of people had the same exact question, so she was asking on behalf
she took the one on the chin. She really did take it on the chin because we really did have that question, and I would have never asked.
She took the depth stairs to ask the question people wanted to ask. So
I just want to see what the room looked like because I've been in that media room of the Liberty, and I know what it feels like, especially after a loss. I gotta see what the room looked like when she asked the question.
Yeah, Stewie
man.
wasn't taking the question too well. Sabrina, I think, was already zoning out about Cancun, to be honest. I don't think Sabrina
I don't even
was
think
fully
Sabrina
there.
was there. Yeah, I was about to say. I don't
Mentally, she was not there at all, but Stewie took that question the way you should take that question. But doesn't mean the reporter was wrong. Just throwing it out there. Doesn't mean
it wasn't me that was saying it. It was other people that were saying it. Sports Illustrated said it.
She basically looked Sandy right in the face with Stewie being there, saying, "I don't know about you,
but
you're
about to lose your job.
I have a deadline. I got something I got to write." So she was trying to get something on the board.
You about to lose your job.
Yeah, pretty much.
You about to lose your job. All right, let's get into it. Las Vegas Aces going up against the Indiana Fever. In Las Vegas, Aces are laying 9 here. Came down and ticked from 9.5. Scott, 163.5 is the total. That's up 3 points. So a lot of steam towards the over here. I think I saw something about Demiris Dantas. I don't remember what it said though. Let me go back and look. I definitely saw Demiris Dantas pop up on the screen. Yes, she is ruled out with the concussion protocol, so she was not playing. So another missing piece, and that's a missing big. So you're going to see a lot of Michaela Simpson in this game.
I can read off the regular season stuff if you want me to. Indiana actually won 2 of the 3 meetings. They won the last 2. They were in July. So, of course, before the massive win streak where the Aces remembered how to be an elite basketball.
Before every handicap of the Aces starts from that Lynx loss and goes from there.
Pretty much. Now, I'm going to point out the Aces did win the only home game against Indiana. They won in late June by 8.
Yeah.
Played 2 games against the Fever afterwards, lost by 27, and then lost by 10. So, Indiana was okay.
We also got to add that prior to these 2 Indiana wins, Indiana hadn't won like the last 16, 17 games versus the Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah, so now I am going to throw out that in the second game where the Fever won by 10, Ari and Sophie did start that game. So it tells you how long ago it was. They combined for 24 points. And in the other game where they won by 27, they were using Ari and Sophie came off the bench. So once again, and Colson also played. So Indiana was a healthier team back then. They don't really have any depth at all anymore. That's kind of the problem they run into. But you know what? It was good enough to beat Atlanta. So we'll see. But do you think the Aces are vulnerable, or do you think they take that scare against the Storm and make a vow to never let that happen again, and they just come out and smack them in game 1?
I think they smack them in game 1. I think that I'm curious on what this Indiana defense does against this version of the Aces that's been going on for the past month and change, and how they're going to be able to defend, because they're sitting here at home. We understand they play better at home. I would love to see how they're going to take on the challenge of defending when it does come onto the floor, because they look a lot better, the Jackie, Jewel, Chelsea Gray, and Asia lineup. Yeah. And so no, DraftKings is I was using DraftKings too. I didn't see them on
I didn't see it
here. So they must have took it down today. They must have had it up yesterday, took it down today. All right. But yeah, I don't know how Indiana's gonna guard or even really keep up with that. Like, I think Kelsey Mitchell's gonna have a great series. And I think Kelsey Mitchell will have some good time. This is actually a really, really messy series, Scott. Believe it or not. You have a lot of additional storylines going on through this series. You have the where do we start? Dana Evans and Odyssey Sims have beef. From what was it? Odyssey said something on Instagram, and Dana replied, "You had 0 points. You had no points. You fouled out with the turnover. Like, come on."
Yeah, Dana kind of went for the jugular on that one.
And then they got into it earlier this season when Odyssey was playing for the Sparks at that time. And they got into it again, clapping in each other's face earlier this season. Jackie Young and Ariel Powers got into it a couple years ago, I think. Last year, I think it was. And they went back and forth when Ariel Powers was in a Dream jersey. You've got Nalissa Smith versus her entire old team. Oh, man. Like, Asia versus AB. Like,
to be fair, I think Nalissa won that one because she joined the Aces and they immediately went on a run. So I think Nalissa might have been right for that.
well,
one.
I mean, if she gets knocked out this series, then I think Indiana would be in the right.
Correct. I'm saying so far, I think Nalissa's winning that piece pretty handily.
Yeah, but so it's a lot of. If I could take an over technical fouls in this series, I would. If I could, I would. I don't think they have enough, man. I really don't. I have to see Indiana show it to me. I think the first two games, one, they caught the Aces when they were really trying to figure out what was going on, and that was a horrible, and I mean horrible Aces team defensively. They've gotten so much better defensively since then, and they've really got the buy-in that Becky Hammond was looking for. And so I just don't think Indiana's going to be able to keep up. I'm trying to decide how I want to play the total, if I just want to take the over on points with the Aces or take the under on Indiana. But I really don't think Indiana's going to be able to keep up in this spot.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think I'll go with the Aces. Don't get me wrong, great win against the Dream. You looked down and out, came back. You were down at half by 7, and you're down 5 with about 2 minutes to go. And you somehow found a way to come back and win. But it doesn't change the fact on the road, though, that you have been significantly worse than at home. I think that's the point I'll make there in that first series. I do think that Indiana's defense is still not exactly that great of a unit. They played very well in game 2 at home. We talk about it all the time. The home court has some type of, I'd say, magical power for this team. On the road, not so much. The Aces were an elite team for the last 2 months. The Storm series got weird. The Storm have a lot of depth, though, and the Fever don't have that. Also talking about Kelsey, who, of course, has been very good for them and the reason why they've been successful, even without all the key players that they are missing right now. Now she gets the Jackie treatment. You have to go up against an elite on-ball.
And that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough.
It's tough because if Kelsey's off, they have no chance. And if you're talking about on-ball guard defenders that you want guarding Kelsey, I imagine that Young's going to be on the short list of players you'd mention. So outside of
Asia, she's literally the best defender on the team.
That's what I'm saying. So then again, the defense besides the two of them aren't very good. So I guess that's kind of the trade-off. But I think Jackie can make it difficult for Kelsey. And if Kelsey's going to have a tough game, Aaliyah's got to deal with Asia.
That's a lot to ask for.
Aaliyah's got to deal with Code Defensive Player of the Year in the middle there. I think it's going to be tough. So I'll go with the Aces in this one.
Kelsey Mitchell has had 27, 19, and 24 in the playoffs. Jesus Christ. Everybody knows where the ball is going. Like, who's the person that's getting the ball? She's still scoring. And it's not like she's shooting the ball horribly either. So she's had 21, 25, 20, 20. No, I'm sorry, 20, 25, 21 in 3 games against Aces this season. She's been very good to the number overall versus the Aces. That's really where it is for me. If she just somehow has like an off game, they're not even in this game. Them even being close in the game depends on Kelsey Mitchell. So honestly, truly, if you like any form of the Indiana Fever, just go ahead and attach Kelsey Mitchell onto that.
I think that she has to have a great game. I just think that unlike the Dream, rookie coach and all, they didn't make any adjustments throughout the series to make Kelsey uncomfortable. Kelsey felt very in the flow of things for the entire series, and I'm hoping that Becky at least does something to disrupt her rhythm, get the ball out of her hands, force other people to beat them. And the Dream did none of that.
Because if she just says, Jackie, you got her, and that's all she's doing, I think she's going to score the points again. I do. If she just says, yeah, Jackie, you got her, and that's it. Like, there's no, like, ball denial, trapping, forcing the ball, anything. Like, she's going to eat them up.
I just feel like Atlanta at some point in that series, I'm not saying she had a bad series, but they should have just said to themselves, why don't we let Lexi beat us? They just kept letting the star player on Indiana just get to her spots the entire series. I thought it was a really bad defensive game plan for Atlanta.
But we probably should have put that in here. It definitely didn't go into my handicap enough. The rookie head coach in the playoff series making adjustments. Beckingham has been here and done it. And so we could see that. And we could see that throughout the series. That's another reason why I like the Aces. Yeah, I'm locked in on Aces. Give me Aces laying points.
And for the record, if the Aces end up sweeping, and we are just wrong about maybe the length of the series, no shame to the Fever. The fact that they were able to upset Atlanta,
Dude, what? That was
so many
great.
people.
That was great.
I was going to say, like, whether or not they win the series, whether or not they win the series, it doesn't matter. The fact is, Caitlin hasn't played in about 3 months. Everyone thought you'd roll over, and you not only made the playoffs, but you won a round.
Yep.
Like, props to Indiana, props to White, because everyone gave Coach White a hard time. They won a series that nobody thought they'd win. Good for Coach White.
First time since 2015 that Indiana Fever have won a playoff series.
Good for them. Good for Coach White.
Yeah, the Link series bets aren't available either. All right, player props or total. Just give me Indiana. I mean, not Indiana. Give me Aces team total over.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
We'll play things quietly. Game one. See how things go. We've got a relatively long series here. Well, hopefully. The player props. Let's kick things off with Melissa Smith.
Okay.
I'll take Melissa Smith rebounds. Believe it or not her scoring, her rebounding is the reason that they went and got her. And that's the aspect of this team that they really needed. It was really hard to get boards with Dom Managa, 6'7", going out there, just corralling everything. Mm-hmm. But Melissa Smith will have an easier time with Asia and AB going at it and clearly focused on each other that she's just going to come weak side and grab a bunch of boards. Her rebounds are only at 5.5 at plus money, Scott. Plus 112. You can get 5.5 rebounds for her. She has been over this in 2 of the last 3 games with 9 and 8 respectively against Seattle. In her 3 games against Indiana this season, albeit for 2 different teams, she's had 10, 7, and 10. And it's at 5.5. And this is a revenge game. What's her double price? 22 to 1 for a starter? Like, is it that outside of the realm of possibility? I understand that there's a little bit of an uphill battle with her getting a double, but like,
no, but there's minutes. You still get the minutes involved. You got to at least, play. So I'll put it this way. I think there are dumber ideas for 22 to 1.
Yeah. And I understand. I mean, like, she hasn't had a double since Seattle, August 8th. But like 22 to 1? Yeah, I'll take a sprinkle. Piece of that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with a Lexi fade for this one. She's gone under this number in 4 straight against the Aces. The points here are at 8.5. It's at minus 130. It just feels high to me. She had 10 in the final game, but she shot 3 of 7. There are not many shots that head her way because we know Kelsey wants to shoot. Same thing with Thalia. This number feels high to me. She's been really bad historically against the Aces. Looking at the road games recently, she's gone under 8.5 points in 15 of the last 18 road games. I think 8.5 is too high for Lexi. I'll go with the under at 8.5.
All right. I like it. Let's see here. Oh, well, I mean, Asia is getting played. I'll just go ahead and take the points over again. At that, I like Asia and Kelsey Mitchell. Just to go chalk on both sides, I like Asia and Kelsey Mitchell. I just really don't think anybody's like, regardless, everybody knows where the ball's going. Everybody knows who the best player is. I don't think either one of those two are going to be stopped. So over 25.5 for Asia, MVP Wilson. And we've got Kelsey Mitchell over 20.5. I like both of those.
By the way, I do see for Melissa, they have PR at a 12.5 minus 130.
Yeah, I like that. I think the plus money on the double just makes it like more intriguing, but like, and I think the rebounds are going to be there. It's just, is she going to be a dickhead scoring or not?
She had a double last game against Indiana. She had exactly 10 and 10, but that still counts.
Beautiful.
So there you go.
So she's had one against Indiana, and it's 22 to 1, and she's had one this season. All right, and then I'll close things out. No, never mind. Forget it.
All right.
All right. Let's see here. What's next on the docket? All right, before we got one more game and series to break. Well, I don't know if we're breaking down the series. I haven't seen any lines for that series at all, which is crazy to me. All right, mybookie.ag. Head over there to bet football, WNBA, all of that over there at mybookie.ag. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime with mybookie.ag. Easy deposit and get lightning fast payouts with cryptocurrency. Head over to mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports exchange. And since Novig is an exchange, you know you're getting some of the best prices on the market. I mean, absolute best prices. You'll be surprised on what people will bet on and the wrong sides that they'll commit themselves to and how much you can cash on it on Novig. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Plus, you can download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 when you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig. Promo code SGPN. Novig. Phoenix Mercury going on the road to play the Minnesota Lynx. Lynx laying 7.5. 158.5 is the total.
I do see series prices, by the way.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Read them off, Scott.
So FanDuel has it posted. Lynx are -600. Mercury are +420. For the series, looking at the actual, trying to see if they have a spread. So Lynx -1.5 games, -170. Mercury +1.5 games is around +138.
Okay.
So Lynx are a decent favorite, but not as much as the Aces.
This season, Minnesota was 3-1 versus the Phoenix Mercury. Phoenix winning a game in Phoenix. That was the lone game that they won. Of course, because Minnesota was a great home team. Here we have Minnesota at home again here. Looking at the series, looking at the game. I understand that the Liberty were on their last legs, and I really didn't give them a shot. But, I mean, coming down the stretch, it just didn't feel like the Mercury were playing their best basketball at all. Granted, a part of it could be they had locked things up and they weren't trying. Or it could be the fact that something weird was going on this team for a while. But they did build their confidence with the win over the Liberty. So that could change things. I think I am still on the Minnesota side of this, Scott. And I'm playing a big part of it is the travel angle. I think that the Phoenix Mercury have just done way too much travel, way too much on their bodies in a short span because the playoffs started last week. They've already played 3 games. They've flown in between every single game. And now they're playing their 4th game. And they're flying to here too. They had to fly here too. So it's a crazy amount of travel. And I mean, just imagine if they didn't have charter flights, Scott.
Yeah.
How insane all this travel would be in this spot. So I think a type of fatigue angle is going to come in the later part of the game, especially in the second half, where for the most part the Minnesota Lynx tend to thrive. That first game, they lost the buzzer beater because of Natisha Heidemann, and that was the only one that was close, aside from the one they won. And that was on the road where they lost that buzzer beater. I mean, at home for Phoenix, on the road for the Lynx, where they lost that buzzer beater earlier in the season. But, I mean, 88-65 in Minnesota, 79-66 in Minnesota. I don't know. I just think this is a bad matchup. I think that this Minnesota team is deeper. They are more experienced. And I'm concerned about the play of the Phoenix Mercury coming down the stretch late because I just don't think for about the past 2 weeks they have played their best basketball too many times. I mean, the only times they really, really looked solid was against the Liberty team that was injured to hell and back. So I'm just not a believer in the Phoenix Mercury right now. I'd have to see a good performance versus the Lynx in game 1 for me to be interested in them rest of the series.
Yeah, I think you also forgot to mention one other element of the series, which makes Minnesota, in my opinion, a pretty easy pick.
Oh yeah,
I got to mention the Collier angle And also,
I was going to save it for player props.
that's fine. You got Collier, who missed out on another MVP. And on top of that, you have the Lynx, who are also really, really good at home. 20-2 at home. So you got to win out at home, basically, and manage to steal a road game in Minnesota. I am not picking you to do that. They played 2 times in Minnesota in the regular season. Minnesota won both home games by at least 13 points. So I think Minnesota does take care of business at home. Honestly, if you want to go for a hotter take, this could be a sweep. I'm not going to write that off. Minnesota, I think, could pull off a sweep here. It's only one road game. When you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to write that off. Phoenix looked good enough to beat the Liberty. The Liberty looked like a team that was just completely dead. And even that still turned into a war in game 3. So I think the Lynx are the better team. The Lynx have been the standard for WNBA teams all season. Suddenly, there was a little bit of a Toy Story, I don't want to play with you anymore thing going on with the Aces, where people kind of turned around and said, what is that, 17 in a row? Don't disrespect the Lynx. They arguably got hosed last year. We don't care as Liberty fans in the finals. They were 1 game away. They were about a minute away from winning a title. There's been a chip on their shoulder all year. It wouldn't shock me if the best team all season just shows up and potentially buries this team in the semis. I don't mind a Lynx sweep, actually. I think it's more realistic than people want to claim. And I think you can get a decent price on it.
Oh my God, Fee is about to go so crazy today. My God. Yes, it did. And she's about to go so crazy. Where is my drop? Where are the drops, Scott? There it goes. We're going straight to player props. Jesus Christ. Asia got 51 first place votes. 51.
What is that out of again? 60?
No, it's out of Math and Public Math Post 72.
Okay.
50,
so it was never close.
No, 51
No.
points. She got 51 votes. Nafisa Collier got 18, and then Alyssa Thomas got 3 for first place votes. Jesus Christ, that wasn't even close. What was the final number? 557 to 5. No, I'm sorry, 657 to 534.
Yeah, it's not close.
It wasn't close at all. It wasn't close at all. I mean, runaway favorite.
I feel bad for
Runaway.
AT. So that's like a damn triple-double record, and she's not even like sniffing the award. Feel bad for AT. But either way, yeah.
If I was the books, if I was the books, this would be like liable reason for me to pull the lines down. If it was me, I would be like, all right, let me pull these lines down and move Nafisa Collier up a couple ticks. And the fact that you can get her for 21.5 points at minus 120 is insane.
Yeah,
actually insane. 25 plus. I mean, shop your lines. You probably find the best. Let me go here and I'll shop them for you. There you go. I'll do that part for you. Let's see here. All right, so we got 21.5 points for Nafisa Collier. You can get that at minus 118. Go to 24.5 at plus 176. You can get 30 at plus 570. Is 35 out of the? I don't think is 35 out of it. We're not out of it with 35, are we? We're not. I don't think we're out of it with 35. 35 is 16 to 1. I mean, pure masterclass coming up, right?
That was either a Mercury last year? Question mark, where she had like 40.
Oh shit!
Wasn't that against the Mercury last year? She like dominated the first 2 games.
Oh no, but it was against AT and the Sun. I know what you're talking about. It was against the Sun.
Oh, it was against the Sun. Okay,
but it was still AT. So like,
yeah.
Fee. I mean, she's got to go off. I'm actually shocked. I'm shocked. It wasn't even close. Like I thought it'd been a little. Like I still thought, it just that end of the season was crazy. But
I thought Asia was going to win. I honestly thought AT would get a couple more votes.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with being wrong on Fee there. But Asia just went crazy at the end of the season. But like, Jesus Christ, she by the way,
Fee didn't get anything. She didn't even get Defensive Player of the Year. They gave Asia both.
Oh yeah, she did do that.
Well, 1.5, but she got so 1.5.
She did do that against Mercury last year too. You're right.
She has less awards this year than Alana Smith.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, she does. Holy shit. Oh man. And you know what? Part of me in my mind was thinking, oh my God, they did the bullshit with Alana Smith. Like they're probably gonna do it with MVP too. No. It's not even close.
No, not even.
Not even close. All right, yeah. 35. Throw the 35 in there. You might want to throw the 40 in there just in case. You might want to sprinkle the 40 in there just in case. If she's real enough, it's 35-1 for 40, by the way. If she's real enough, she'll be close.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody I really want to go after. I thought about Courtney. I think it's going to be a really bad series for Satu. Props to Satu at a great game 3. She made a couple of big threes when Phoenix needed her to make them, but I think 14.5's too high for her points. She has been really bad against the Lynx recently. Actually, no, I take it back. She's actually been pretty good against the Lynx, so I'll take that back. Maybe do I want to go for ET under assists? Am I sick for considering that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wouldn't, but you can. I will go with the person that I trust in the playoffs, and because she's done it throughout numerous times in the playoffs, and that's DeWanna Bonner. DeWanna Bonner's back at 9.5 points. She got double digits last time she played the Lynx. I mean, I'll be a different team. She's had good games in the Lynx in the past, and they're going to need her. They are going to need her. Dejanay Carrington's not playing in this game, which is good for them going up against the Lynx. So a little bit less bench production there, but you still got Jessica Shepard and Kliendakova and all of them coming off of the bench, and they can heat up. Natisha Heidemann, like they can heat up. And so you're going to need your bench to be able to produce, and you're going to need to be able to get that scoring. And they love to go look at that for DeWanna Bonner, especially playing alongside AT with the cuts to the rim and how the chemistry is with her and AT, and a couple assists from AT always go to DeWanna Bonner. Yeah, over 9.5 points. I think she'll get there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I want to go for anything on Courtney for this game because the points have not been good historically speaking against the Mercury, but the rebounds have actually been pretty decent against this team. Her rebounds are at 5.5 though. It's at plus 124. I don't mind it. She's had at least 6 rebounds in 3 of the last 4 games against Phoenix, and she also. Let me look at the home games recently. So the home games aren't that great for rebounds. So I'm trying to figure out something for Courtney, but I don't know if I actually have the exact thing that I want. Sorry, just trying to see if there's anything else. Could be a decent Heidemann game at 9.5. I mean, she had a really bad final game against the Valkyries. Didn't matter in the end because they ended up sneaking away with a win. I mean, Collier's the obvious choice. The question is, can you find anybody else you want to go after? You have anybody else you're interested in?
DeWanna Bonner was really the big play there. I'm going light in game ones. Rather light in game ones. I'm not going to attack too heavy, but DeWanna Bonner and Fee are the 2 plays that I feel great about. So that's probably what I'm just going to roll with.
Yeah, I might go with a little bit of a pivot here on Collier. It's going to be the watered-down version of the play you mentioned. Give me Collier to lead the game in scoring at minus 115. It's simple. It's effective. You can get there with 20. Give me Collier leading score, minus 115.
All right. I am on Minnesota laying 7.5. I think of the 2 favorites today, if we had to split the day and we had to pick one favorite, one dog, I would take Minnesota as the favorite, and I would probably Benedict my aces pick and take Indiana as the dog if I had to pick.
I mean, I agree. I think it's a really bad spot for Phoenix. We talk about this a lot in NBA playoff series. It's different because that's 7 games, and the first round was 3. But you have a game 7. You're traveling back. It's never the spot you really want to be in. And the fact is the Lynx are 20-2 at home. So I think they're actually better than that because not even including the playoffs. So they are, 22-2 now at home?
Yep. 21-2.
Sorry, 21-2. Sorry. So that's it's tough to really match, Like that's just dominance right there. So I'm with you. I like the Lynx to cover the spread at home.
All right. And we're getting under 3 possessions. It's a big part of it. Okay.
Well,
Total.
no, it's still 3 possessions though. It's 7.5.
Oh, well, 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
8. But I was saying it's not like 8.5.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. We're getting under 4 possessions.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. There we go. Thank you, Scott. That's what you're here for.
Thanks.
158.5.
I actually don't know because it depends if you think the Mercury can score or not.
No, so I think the Mercury are going to, well, Minnesota has the issues defensively at times too. That's what's getting me. And the fatigue thing is killing me because I don't know if the fatigue is going to play a factor in the Phoenix defense. Because both of these two teams could be elite defensively. That first 3 game series between the, Liberty all went under.
Yeah. And game 1 went to overtime.
Holy shit.
Game 1 was disgusting. Game 1 was really, really disgusting. But every game went on.
About that. I didn't even think about that. That just boo. Oh shit. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll take an under, but I'm probably not going to bet that, being honest.
I think I'll go Mercury team total under. I'll bank on the tired legs and the Lynx just show up at home and take care of business.
All right, that's it. Before we get to lock dog, underdog, got to talk to you about underdog fantasy. Matter of fact, we're about to do underdog right now, Scott, so get ready. Underdog is a great place to play fantasy pick'em where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Simply pick higher or lower your favorite players' fantasy stats, and you will have a chance to win. So, pick'em entry. Let's go, Scott. Let's do it right now. What are we doing for pick'em?
Well, we know that we're going to go with Collier, so we can start off there. Kind of a gimme at this point.
I wonder if she's mad. Like, because do you think Fee's mad? Because Courtney Williams would be hot. Courtly Williams is probably mad as hell.
Publicly or privately?
Privately,
yes. Publicly,
yeah.
I'm just here to win a championship.
Yeah.
It's the only answer you can give.
But like publicly and privately, I promise you, Courtney Williams is hot right now.
I'd be pissed.
That's why I kind of want to play. Actually, let's go add Courtney Williams.
Think about it. She lost the MVP race because she got injured against the person that went up 50.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucks. That's really tough.
And Cheryl could have just took her out the game.
Yeah, she should have.
Yeah,
at halftime.
She really could have just. Yeah, she could have took her out the game. Like, and we would not be here right now. So.
She lost her MVP when they were up by about 40-something points. Like that's not how you want to, lose an award. So I'd be pissed.
Let me play you a song on the world's smallest violin.
Yeah,
I gotta get a violin drop. I gotta get a violin drop for that.
It's all personal stuff. I think that if the Lynx win a title and all, and she wins Finals MVP,
which is minus 150, by the way. Minus
sense.
150 for her to win Finals MVP.
She'll get over it very quickly if she gets a Finals MVP to replace the regular MVP. Yep. But as of right now, it definitely stinks.
All right, Feast Collier higher 1.5. I'm sorry, 21.5 points. Let's get that in there. Let's play. Let's go back to the other game and let's play. Who do we want to add here?
I mean, I said that I was going to fade Alexi, but I don't know if you wanted to join me on that.
I'm fine with it. We typically do good when we have one lower on there.
Yeah, I see 8.5 is her points. I'll go with the lower on that.
All right, lower Lexi Hall, 8.5 points. And we finish things out with...
I mean, did you want to just pair Asia
Melissa?
with Oh, no, I like that. We can do Melissa. That works.
Melissa rebounds? Just need 6.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we just need 6. That's it. And it's a revenge game. Come on, give me 6 rebounds. That's what you're here for. All right, Nafisa Collier higher, 21.5 points. Nalissa Smith higher, 5.5 rebounds. And Lexi Hall lower, 8.5 points. Yeah, that Underdog shake it up, and it's 6.44x. $100 gets you $644 over there. Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, wait. And guess what? I'm boosted. I am boosted. 30% profit boost. Thank you, Underdog. It gets me to 8.08x. Let's roll. I'm absolutely hammering the fee. I'm absolutely hammering the fee ladder today. Like, I have to. Just think about it. Even if she doesn't get it, like, say this is a 15-point game for fee. Even if she doesn't, think about how you would feel if you come back at the end of the day and see fee has 30 points.
Yeah.
Even worse, what if she has 40? You're gonna feel like horrible. You just got to, and just take with whatever she gives you. All right, lock.
Well, you didn't finish the ad read.
Oh, whoops. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. That is the Underdog lineup. Make sure you go, Taylor. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm has introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. That's it. Just track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could win $1,000. So get over there in Rhythm. Use promo code SGPN2525, and you will when you download the Rhythm app, and you'll get 25% off your first month. So download the Rhythm. Use promo code SGPN25. Get 25% off your first month with Rhythm. Now we're into the lock section.
I'm wondering if you're gonna do fee regular points or fee alt points as your dog, but it's gonna be something with fee. I know that for sure.
I guess you're kind of right in the lock. Minnesota laying 7.5 lock.
Okay.
Too much travel. Phoenix dumped the Gatorade, beating the Liberty.
As honestly they should, but still.
They dumped the Gatorade. This is the post-dumping Gatorade game. So Minnesota laying the number. They handle things. They win by 10. For the dog. So it was between Fee and Alyssa. Gosh, if I just don't make Fee the dog, though, I'm gonna regret it. So let's go get a dog price for Fee. I will take which one of these? What was 25 again? Plus 176. I'll take that. That actually feels like stealing. She can get to 25, especially after Stewie just had 30 on this same team. So let me make sure I got that right price though. Yep, plus 176. So over 24.5 plus 176 fee. That's my dog. Yeah.
All right. For my lock, I was kind of going to go with the same thing. I thought about doing the links as well, but
Ooh.
I feel like we have to change it up to some degree. So instead, I'm going to go with the links with the actually, I'm trying to think if I want to go for that as I could probably do that as my I could do that as my dog if I really wanted to. Let me just see what the price is. Okay, so that actually does work. So let me just see what I can do for a lock. For my lock, I'll actually go for it. Give me the Lexi Hull play. I'll take the under 8.5 points at minus 130. It's a bad matchup head-to-head wise. I do think the Aces will give her a hard time, and the fact that she has scored less than 8 points in 4 straight against the Aces. Last game against the Aces, she scored 0. So give me the Alexi Hull under 8.5 points as my lock, minus 130. For my dog, you knew I was going to have to do it, but give me the Lynx minus the 7.5 with Collier 20-plus points, plus 153.
All right.
Keep it simple. You know, Collier plays well the Lynx coast.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Let's see.
There you go.
Oh, man. That vote, I'm not going to lie. The votes are, I think what this tells me, and a little bit of a preview for next season, what this tells me is that the voters, the media, and everybody else with this process all agree, what we agree, is that there's A'ja Wilson, there's a large gap.
Yeah.
And then it's everybody else.
And we've said this for years. We think Asia's the best player in the league's history. She's won 4 MVPs. So I don't think it's even a debate at this point.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not. I mean, again, it was her, Maya 1 and 2 with Candace on an outside 3, but I don't know, man. I really think A'ja is number 1. And
I can't really think of a comp for Maya because she retired so young.
But it's still.
Maya's the only person, in my opinion, who's in the same type of stratosphere as A'ja. Just by watching them play. I mean, Maya's the best guard to ever play in the league. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Your favorite guard Maya Moore is your favorite guard's favorite guard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like literally, and a lot of people I know your favorite guard. She's actually she's actually her favorite guard, her favorite player. So Maya Moore is your favorite player's favorite player. All right, man, Jesus Christ, V, you got to go off. I just keep looking at this because I just didn't think it was going to be this lopsided. 51 first place votes is insane. All right, he's at Reichel Radio, Matt really wrote __ Scott. Anything else for people before we get up out of here?
Not really. Mentioning quickly for game 2 that's taking place on Tuesday. So they are not staggering the games like in between each other. They're keeping both series playing at the same time or the same day. So
I did see that.
We don't have one game Monday, one game Tuesday. It's connected. So for better or worse, we have some gap days in between. Also for travel, we're gonna add some gap days too. So looking forward to it. Game 2 is on Tuesday.
Mao, I did see the the Angel Reese next team for 2026 bets on DraftKings. If you ask Flo, who came on to the show earlier this season, the Liberty at 30-1 is a great pick. I think the Valkyries, like anybody that needs rebounding.
Valkyries would be my pick.
Yeah, Valkyries are at 30-1 too. Like
the thing about the Liberty though is, and I know Asia, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Of course, Asia had the best season in the league. I think Angel had an underrated season. I think she played well despite her team being terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the Liberty miss roughly 17 of their last 18 3-pointers. My thought process during that was not, let's bring Angel Reese in. Just being honest.
No, but like
that many threes. But think the rebounding's a problem though. The rebounding.
I was just about to say, if you miss that many threes, Angel's coming up with half of them. Like you're getting another attempt. You're getting another attempt, and Angel's coming up with at least half of those. So
you miss that many threes. My thought process wasn't initially. You ain't gonna miss Angel would look pretty good in the Liberty they're not gonna miss. It wasn't my thought, but who knows?
They're not gonna miss him again. I think that if she was there, they would be like. If she was on the Liberty, I would be sitting here.
Who are you taking
about
off?
Another championship. Who would I take off?
I'm saying, you have to trade for her. So, what kind of package do you think that she would even go for?
Well, it's the Chicago Sky, and they're idiots, so they probably would take some picks.
Definitely,
true. They would probably take some picks and some nice role players. Maybe we give them somebody in the lineup,
Kennedy Burke in a first rounder.
Like what? And throw in Nara Sabli and maybe 2 first rounders to make you feel better. But they probably take some shitty deal, like whatever Chicago does.
It is the Sky we're talking about, so yeah, that is a fair point.
Yeah,
that's a fair point.
All right. He's at Reichel Radio, Matt really wrote __ Make sure you give us a follow, give us a 5-star rating review wherever you get WNBA Gambling Podcast, as well as a like and comment on the YouTube stream as well. YouTube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast. If you didn't know, we're on YouTube. Gardner in the pick. Gardner used to play for the Sky too. They might be interested in her. With that, that's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna like this. We are out of here.